I'm Sarah Schofield. I'm what's called Team Vicar of All Saints in central Wolverhampton. We're a Church of England church, it's important to say. For people from the LGBT community looking for a church, unless they live in London or Manchester, the choices are, to my knowledge, really quite limited. It's not unusual for someone to sidle up to you and say, oh, actually, I'm gay and I'm looking for a church, or my brother's gay, or my friend's gay, or something along those lines, and would they fit into your church? And that's been another route for a lot of churches. Churches get known informally, but also formally, and there's always the potential for the church to become, the gay-friendly church, or the LGBT church, or the church where the vicar is trans. And I think that's a risk, in that I think it's healthier for churches to be known to be welcoming and to be inclusive of whoever they are. But the classic route, and one I would really say to people who are looking for a faith community, is unless you're feeling very brave, don't just walk through the door and say, here I am. But I'd say this to anyone looking for church, really, kind of come along for a few weeks and see whether you fit in there just as the wholeness of who you are, whether you feel comfortable there, whether you feel like the worship there, and then just gradually introduce yourself to people, always being protective of your own well-being and your own identity and making sure you don't get hurt. But also don't go into it thinking you're going to get hurt, because sometimes the responses are surprising. But I think ultimately it helps to have somebody at the front that isn't judging you, isn't trying to change you. That would be my sense. And people find those through recommendation. It's just, in my experience, very hard to find that in the West Midlands.